What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be looking into Twitter, the worst social media platform because it's filled with stans, idiots, and just general bad people. For instance, pedophiles, people that actually cross the line of the American law. But today we're not going to be focusing on pedophiles or stans. We're going to be focusing specifically on this one person named Ollie London. Now, if you don't know who that is, I hope you probably don't. But Ollie London is basically transgender. Another person does think he's a celebrity or something. I don't know much about him, but I have just heard about this one thing. Getting into it, Ollie London, in the most respectful, not even the most respectful way possible, in the easiest way to say this, basically identifies as transracial, which, if you don't know what that means, it's basically something used for a lot of people to say, oh, I don't want to be this race, I want to be another race, as it mostly used between white people so they can, run away from the fact that they're Caucasian. Ollie London they're a transgender person, and there was one tweet that they did that specifically got so much backlash, and it has 5.3 thousand responses to it, and we're gonna just get right into it. This is my new official flag for being a non-binary person who identifies as Korean. Thank you for the overwhelming support. It was so hard for me to come out as they/them/core/Ian. Hashtag Ollie London, hashtag non-binary. Took the Korean flag, a great flag, and basically turned it into a rainbow. Basically made it the Korean flag, turned all the colors into a rainbow, which, if you don't know, from what I remember, from what I've seen, that is a federal offense in the country of Korea. Like, you can genuinely, if you go out and hang a flag like that, you can actually get jail time. I saw something that said like 10 years or something. I don't know about that, but I do know that this is, even morally, this is wrong. It's not. if you don't know, Ollie London is white. Ollie London is a white person, a white human, and it actually it basically has slandered the Korean flag. I'm gonna get into a reply to this tweet from Zara, username Zara. It says, "Playing with a flag from another country, that is serious. Every flag has history about it, and he has the audacity to change it." Ollie London, this is exactly right. And this person, this great person, they put up a little spreadsheet kind of the meaning of the Korean flag. So it has different parts to it. It has things about celestial bodies, season, cardinal value, all this great stuff that it genuinely tells about like the Korean flag and like what it means and like why it's a part of history. And then Ollie London goes and says, "Oh, we're gonna screw that. How about we make something for fake Korean people that feel Korean, people that feel a different race than they are. You are born, okay, gender might be a social construct. I have no problem with that, with people saying that. I have a problem with people saying that race is a social construct. Race is not a social construct. Race is something you are born with. You can't just say I'm a different race than I was born as, because that is unfair, and it's a terrible thing that hopefully a lot of people don't do." But another reply said, "I am a person belonging to the non-binary umbrella, and if this offends me a lot, being Korean is a nationality, not a gender." See, this is exactly like a good point, is that nationality and gender are two completely different things. You can't, what they said right here is like, you're making fun of all of the umbrella and pronouns because of how you're treating this, basically saying, yeah, like white people are now valid Korean people. It doesn't make any sense at all, and I'm very it is very angering to me as personally as a Korean male. It personally hurts, makes me very angry about, again, this is Twitter, so I'm not gonna make this like affect my personal life in any way, because Twitter, it's kind of like its own place at this point. It's its own country, and terrible people just marinate in this place. Again, this is dumb. This is just it's sad that like it destigmatizes people that identify as non-binary or stuff like that. It basically makes fun of them almost. It makes fun of a certain group of people, because Ollie London is a verified creator, and they're saying something extremely extremely, it's almost a form of racism. It's almost a form of racism. It's destigmatizing the experience of like an Asian American in this country and just saying, oh, I'm also Korean. It just destigmatizes the experience of an Asian person. Let's read it. Let's read some other let's read some more replies. Korean isn't a pronoun, nor is it a persona you decide to suddenly take on because of the K-pop hype. I'm glad that you identify as non-binary and applaud you for being transparent about it, but I cannot commend you for taking a whole ethnicity and treating it like a persona. Again, this is exactly what a lot of people are saying, is that people, it's destigmatizing like being an Asian American. It's treating Korean not as a race and something that people are born with and, you know, actually experience every single day. It's treating it like it's a personality trait almost. Like it's something that you can just, you know, one day wake up and decide, oh, hey, I'm Korean today. And like, no. People don't wake up and say, oh, I'm white. Or I don't wake up in the morning and say, oh, you know what? I feel black today. It's completely disrespectful. And okay, another reply from at Junie Filter Lana. This is disrespectful on so many levels. You can't say that you identify as Korean because you're just into the Korean culture and thinks that Korean people are cute. Like what? You need therapy ASAP. Ollie London needs therapy, and they genuinely need therapy to understand that Korean isn't pronouns. Korean isn't just a social construct. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you saw this video. Say I like pencils, you know, write I like pencils if you made it to this far to the video. Leave a like, subscribe. Make sure to check that subscribe button, because I don't even know this percentage of people that aren't subscribed. Probably nobody by the time this video comes out. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. This is Micah signing off, completely pissed off, and apparently equal to a white man that thinks he's Korean.